Please direct your attention to the ice as we introduce the team's senior players and managers, who are joined by their parents. The seniors have also prepared a brief statement for tonight's festivities, which will be read as each team are introduced. First, we'll introduce Austin Drawn, number 2. Austin isn't here this evening, but he prepared a brief statement. Austin stated a quick and brief bio of my hockey career would be, I scored 2 goals my first year of playing hockey. Stand by, please.
They're going to have to get somebody from the rink to see what's going on.
All right, number 2, Austin Drawn. A quick and brief bio of my hockey career would be I scored 2 goals my first year of playing hockey. I fell in love with the sport and started to become very passionate about it. I worked hard over the summer, and starting my second and last year this year, I hope to score 5 goals and help the team as much as I can. I got my first starting line game and first game where I played a majority of it. I still push to get better because I feel unfinished. Next is number 7, Jake Suda. Jake is joined by his mother, Nicole. Jake stated, I started playing hockey my junior year and had a phenomenal time sharing laughs with my team. Senior year just started, and it's been an amazing couple weeks being able to go undefeated. Next is number 9, Riley Hansen. Riley is joined by his father and mother, Dave and Kim. Riley stated, I have been playing hockey for 14 years and enjoyed it always. I have played for the Panthers, Stealth, Nugs, and Beaver Creek. I also began reffing and did it for 4 years as well. Next is number 11, Kellen King. Kellen is also not here this evening, but provided the following statement. Hockey has taught me a lot of great qualities. There is no better feeling than being out there with the guys flying around. My favorite part of hockey is the physical aspect of the game. Next up is number 14, Owen Huff. Owen is joined tonight by his father Dave and mother Natalie. Owen stated, I started playing hockey in the 4th grade for Dayton Stealth. Once I became a freshman, it was an easy choice to switch to the Beaver Creek varsity team. Playing for the Beavers has given me many great memories both on and off the ice, and I look forward to finishing this year strong. Next up is number 17, Joe Martin. Joe is joined tonight by his mother and father, Jill and Mike. Joe stated, I began hockey at 6 years old, and for many years played as a goalie for my team. My older brother played for Beaver Creek, and I was excited to join the team. My favorite moments of the team were when we worked hard and won games we didn't expect to win. Next up is number 20, Carson Cox. Carson is joined this evening by his father and mother, Jocelyn Lindsay. Carson stated, I began playing hockey in 2011 and am now playing in my 11th season. My most memorable moment has been beating Alter in overtime 5-4 after trailing 4-1 during my freshman year. I plan to continue my education at the Ohio State University and study environmental engineering. Next up is number 22, Joey Donahue. Joey is joined this evening by his father, Steve. Joey stated, I have been playing hockey since I was 3 years old. I started out playing with the Dayton Timbits, then the Dayton Stealth, and for the past 4 years, the Beaver Creek Beavers. Beaver Creek hockey has been a blast. My past and present teammates and coaches have made my high school career one that I will never forget. We will now move on to the team managers. First up is team manager Abby Schibelbein. Abby is joined this evening by her father Dave and mother Julie. Abby stated, I have grown up watching my older brother play hockey, which made me develop a love for the sport. Freshman year, my brother convinced me to be a manager for his senior year, and I've been managing Creek hockey ever since. Next up is manager Riley Green. Riley is joined tonight by her mother Nikki. Riley stated, I started managing my junior year after I went to a practice with Abby. Coach saw me there and instantly tried recruiting me to be a manager. I loved going to the hockey games previous years and was great friends with Abby, so I joined. After making so many memories, I decided I needed to come back for my second and final year as a manager. Ladies and gentlemen, please provide a round of applause for all of the seniors. Could all of the seniors, both players and managers, come out on the ice for a picture?
this here for just 1 second. I'll move it in 1 second.
The Beaver Creek Beavers put an undefeated mark on the line tonight against Columbus Bishop Watterson. Good evening, everyone, from Kettering Ice Arena. My name is Kent Jacobs. Welcome once again to Beaver Creek Battling Beaver Hockey. Tonight the Beavers take on the Columbus Bishop Watterson Eagles. In Friday night hockey, the Beavers taking a 12-0-1 mark into the game tonight against Bishop Watterson. They are 5-12-0. They are members of the Capital Hockey Conference, which also includes a local team. Springboro is part of that. It is a Columbus area league. Columbus Bishop Watterson, located in Clintonville, Ohio, south of Worthington, which is just north of downtown Columbus. Bishop Watterson High School is named after Bishop John Ambrose Watterson, who was the second Bishop of Columbus from 1880 to 1899. Well, the Beavers come in a little bit banged up. Riley Hansen, senior co-captain and leading defenseman, and one of the leading scorers on the Beavers, injuring his shoulder the other night. He is in uniform this evening, so we think that Riley might be playing a little bit. The Beavers also have a game tomorrow afternoon down at Cincinnati Elder. So we'll see how much action this weekend Riley takes on. We're not sure. We think that he might have some type of tendon damage or something maybe to his shoulder. He's hoping it's just a bruised shoulder, but Riley's out there. Number 9, he is on the ice and looks like he's definitely going to get some action tonight. Mason Washburn, the Bullet, I was talking to his mother last night at South Metro at the junior varsity game, and she said that he's done for the season, unfortunately. He has a broken collarbone in 2 different sections. Speaking to assistant coach Brad Lloyd before tonight's game, and he said that it could be that Mason's going to need some type of structural help with that collarbone surgically, and so unfortunately Mason is done for the season, but we look forward to having him back next year. The Beavers coming in with a leading scorer on the season so far of the 8 train, Alex Elsner. He's got 21 goals. Other Beavers to watch tonight: Riley Hansen, he's got 17 goals, the Cobra, and the Big Rig, Joey Donahue, has 15 goals on the season. Those are the leading scorers for the Beavers coming into tonight's game. We did get good news on the injury front of backup goalie Chad DeYoung. Apparently does not have a broken thumb as was initially feared, so we think that Chad will be back in action sometime soon. We'd like to mention some of our sponsors for Beaver Creek varsity hockey for senior night at Iron Gate Realtors. We always like to mention them, Rhonda Shamball and Tom Kretz. Commercial sales, leasing and development, Tom Kretz. In investment advising, retail, office, industrial, medical, multifamily, and land. Iron Gate Realty, Tom Kretz. We appreciate their sponsorship of senior night and Beaver Creek varsity hockey, and also Detmer and Sons, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal. Your comfort is our guarantee at Detmer and Sons Incorporated. They say, go Beaver Creek. And now no overtime anytime. They are available anytime you call. Detmer Heating and Air Conditioner, 937-879-2373. And they are, we are happy to have them sponsoring our senior night as well. Also, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and Professional Realty. When only the best will do, our agents are here for you, serving Beaver Creek, Ohio. They're located at 2496 Commons Boulevard in Beaver Creek. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Professional Realty. And it's been a while since we've mentioned some of our individual donors, sponsors of Beaver Creek varsity hockey. Eric and Diane Sondergelt again this season. Nancy Jeske. Nancy, nice to have you back this season. Joel Luker and the Champagne Tribe, which we've got a couple of members up here today. 3 members, including we've got Eskimo Dixie up here too tonight. So the whole Champagne Tribe is up here. So there's some of our individual sponsors of Beaver Creek hockey this season. Well, we're getting ready for introductions of the players. Again, our chat line is open, whether you're a Beaver Creek fan or you're an Eagle fan of Bishop Watterson, and you want to make a comment on our live chat on the YouTube page, go ahead and let us know, and we'll try to get you on. Nancy Jeske says, congrats to the seniors for 3 years of great hockey. Go Creek. Now our public address, Josh Cox, is going to introduce the starting lineups. The Bishop Watterson Eagles.
Number 4,
Biagio Pagan.
At forward, number 17,
Brandon Trout.
At forward, number 71,
Mike Wozniak.
At forward, number 72,
Sean McConnell, another starter for the Eagles.
And between the pipes for the Eagles, number 40, Andrew Burry.
Andrew Burry is the starting goalkeeper tonight for Bishop Watterson.
Senior night for Beaver Creek High School. We're proud to introduce our seniors this year. Starting with number 2,
Austin Drawn, who's not in attendance tonight. He, I believe, was ill.
Jake Suda.
They're introducing the seniors. Here's Jake Suda.
Number 9, and Captain Riley.
Co-captain Riley Hansen, the Cobra. Again, has that banged up shoulder, but he's going to try to play.
Number 14,
There's Owen Huff. Owen Huff, another senior. Great to see Owen out there. Joe Martin. Marty. There's the Secretary of Defense, Carson Cox, the other co-captain.
Number 22, and Captain Joey.
And alternate captain, the big rig, Diesel Donahue, Joey Donahue. And the rest of the Beavers. Now it's interesting, both teams in dark uniforms tonight. I wonder if that was a miscommunication between the two teams. I thought the Beavers would be in their white sweaters tonight, but stand by, everybody, for the playing of our national anthem from Kettering Ice Arena. The Beavers and the Eagles from Kettering Ice Arena. Again, my name Kent Jacobs. We're here with our videographer Lance Champagne and our engineer producer Cherie Champagne. The Bishop Watterson Eagles are coached by Jay Graham. Their record 5 wins, 12 losses, no ties out of the Central Hockey Conference. The Beaver Creek Beavers undefeated, 12 wins, no losses, 1 tie. They are out of the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League. Beavers coached by Greg Gutterman, assisted by Cam Quick, Brad Lloyd, and Eric Baskin. Between the pipes for the Beavers tonight, Ian Champagne. Champagne with a record of 8-0-1, goals against average of 3.26, and a save percentage of 9.01. For Bishop Watterson, Andrew Burry between the pipes, and no stats for Watterson, so we don't know what his record is. Officials for tonight's game, Ernie DiMuccio and Lee McClure. The Eagles in their burgundy and gold dark uniforms, the Beavers in the all black. We're all set at center ice. The crowd is ready to go. The crowd has really grown over the last few minutes here at Kettering Ice Arena. Puck is dropped and we're underway. Puck dumped in by Brandon Trout of the Eagles. Puck skips past McConnell and chipped to center ice by Joey Donahue. Donahue across center. Over the Eagle line, shot, and he hammers one wide on a big wrist shot. Hansen holds it in to Martin. Martin tips behind the net. Played there by Fever of Watterson, but cleared not out. It's held in by Cox, and his shot is turned aside by Burry. Loose puck in front of the Beaver net, picked up there by Cox. Cox up ahead now, chasing it down. Elsner over the Eagle line, fires, saved by Burry. Rebound, Karams off the corner boards to center ice. After it is Trout, centering a shot, and it's tipped up high and wide. Another shot in front, and that sails wide of the Beaver net. Puck shot down the ice by the Beavers by Hansen. Icing waved off. It's cleared back the other way. And this is icing against Bishop Watterson. Welcome anyone from Columbus Bishop Watterson who's tuning into us in the Beaver Creek Varsity Hockey YouTube channel. We love to have any of our visitors tune in with us. Here's Carson Cox, a shot, pad save, rebound right in front, and it's a chance there for the Beavers. Chase Newroth to get a tip on the puck, but it came off his stick. Eagles come back the other way. There comes Logan Stortz over the Beaver line. His shot well wide. Puck chipped back to the Beaver Creek line. Here is Stortz once again. Stortz a shot wide. Nice wrist shot by Stortz, but off target. Loose puck, far corner, Beaver zone. Puck kicks free. And a backhander is wide by Stortz. Logan Stortz, number 20. Whistle and puck kick up over the glass, and we'll have a face-off. 12:29 left in period number 1. No, we have a penalty on Watterson. Interference on the player we were just mentioning, Logan Stortz, number 20. So Stortz is off on a interference minor. So the Beavers have a power play in a scoreless game. We're 2.5 minutes into period number 1. From the draw, puck kicks free down the ice. Here comes Trout. He gets a pass over and right in front for Wozniak, but it's off his stick. He had a clearing right in on the Beaver net. Now here's Alex Elsner trying to stuff in the puck the other way, but Burry's able to stop it. Boy, what a chance for the Eagles the other way a moment ago. Puck was centered to Mike Wozniak, who was all alone in front of the Beaver net but couldn't control the puck. So the Beavers get a break on that play. They have a man advantage for another minute and a half from the draw. Puck intercepted, and here comes Trout. Foot race down the ice. He tries to center it over for Wozniak, but it's deflected off a stick right in on Champagne, and Ian Champagne will cover the loose puck. From the draw, there's a shot deflects off a skate in front. Beavers have a power play, and here's Riley Hansen trying to shoot a backhander on net, and it's saved by Burry. Beavers get a power play face-off in the attacking zone. Owen Huff back on the ice for the Beavers, taking the place of Joe Martin. Riley Hansen takes the draw for a Beaver Creek left wing circle from the draw. There's Elsner centering for Donahue for a tip, but they are unable to hook up. Here is Carson Cox, and the game-winning goal and the game-clinching goal the other night. Elsner centers for a tip in front, and again, not quite able to hook up. Elsner trying to get a shot away at the side of the net, but had that broken up. Here comes Trout, and he's trying to hook up with Wozniak. That's the third time those two have been unable to hook up with Wozniak right in front of the Beaver net. Poke check away by Fever of Watterson. Joey Donahue back into the Eagle zone, centering, and a puck is broken up right in front of the Eagle cage. We're down to 10 seconds left in the Beaver Creek power play. Here's Lehman for Beaver Creek. He slides it into the corner. Power play killed off by, and now we've got a Beaver player trip, nothing called on that play. Owen Huff waiting in front of the net for a pass. Behind the net, here's Elsner. Elsner slides it over for Lehman along the far wall. Now DeSuda tries to center. It's intercepted by Brandon Fever. Fever pass up ahead to Storch was broken up. No score. We've got a little under 10 minutes left in the period. Period number 1 from the Kettering Ice Arena. Late Friday night hockey on senior night for the Beavers. There's Brandon Fever. Pass over for Jake Richards. Shot from the blue line and a stick save by Champagne. He'll cover the rebound. New Eagles on the ice. It's Trout and Pagan and Chirac and Wozniak. We got Owen Huff taking the draw for the Beavers. Looks like we have Cox and Newroth on the ice, also with Lehman, I believe. From the draw, puck shot to center. Eagles retreat back in their own zone. Again, both teams in dark uniforms tonight, which is a little unusual. Brandon Trout tried to carry in front, but it's stolen away by Carson Cox. Cox can't clear it, taken back away by Trout. His shot, and I believe that Champagne got a piece of that. Puck bounds back to the blue line. Beavers get it out of the zone. It's shot in offside. Now the Eagles have to vacate the attacking zone. And now a long shot from the other way. The save made by Burry. Biagio Pagan from the rebound clears to center ice. Puck shoveled ahead by Elsner for Donahue. Donahue screen shot, stick save made by Andrew Burry. Burry spelled B-U-R-R-I. Down to 6:20 to go in the opening period. No score. Here's Donahue. Passes behind the net now along the far corner for Martin. He's bumped off the puck by Pagan. Pagan, long pass at center, intercepted by Cox, and he'll dump it in. And it's shot just outside the blue line, and that'll be an offside against Beaver Creek. Lee McClure, one of the referees, and we saw him put on a show during our Beaver Creek alumni game the day after Christmas, right here. He is a former professional player, and boy, he showed it. As the puck is iced the other way by the Bishop Watterson Eagles, down to 7:41. We're midway through the period. Shots right now favoring Beaver Creek 7-5 unofficially. Face off right wing circle of the Eagle zone. There's a shot from the draw, saved by Burry, and a rebound, and Burry has it. One of the Eagles sprawled across the goal mouth to make sure that the rebound was not shot in. From the draw, deep in the Watterson zone, the puck is wrapped around the boards down the ice. And another icing against the Eagles, and we'll do it all over again. Great crowd. I was mentioning to Cherie right before the opening face-off, I was like, where is everybody? Because the crowd was kind of thin, but she said, well, they'll be in, and sure enough, they are. We now have a very good crowd on hand. You can see them all lined up on the glass across the way. Loose puck in the Bishop Watterson zone. Shot by Hansen is wide. Puck cleared, not out, held in by Cox. He winds up, fires, blocked again. He had 2 consecutive shots blocked. Elsner a drive, and he hammers it wide off the corner boards. Cox holds the puck in. Played there by Alex Chirac of Watterson. He wraps it around, but not out. Trying to hold it in was Cox. Shot! He scores! Carson Cox! Holds the puck in at the center point. And fires it in. For the Secretary of Defense, I've got that as his 4th of the season. And the Beavers lead it 1-0. Is he going to tell us? Oh. They gave that to... They must say, did he tip it? It didn't.
I think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
I think Carson got the...
Carson shot it.
Yeah.
I didn't see a tip at all. I mean, it sailed right in. So we think there's a mistake on the score, and we believe that goal was by Carson Cox. The officials gave it to Joey Donahue, but the shot was clearly made by Cox from the center point, and it sailed in. We don't think there was a tip, but we'll try to get a confirmation of that. Debbie Cox says, awesome. Hey, Debbie, that's, again, we believe that that's Carson's goal. The officials gave it to Joey, but we'll try to confirmation of that. So the Beavers lead it 1-0. Here's Owen Huff for the Beavers. Again, the Beavers in all black, the Eagles in the burgundy uniforms. Here is Mike Wozniak. Drop pass, right point, firing is Biagio Pagan. High and wide of the Beaver net. There's a shot blocked on defense. And Newroth slides it ahead for a shot and a save made by Burry. That shot was taken by Isaac Graham, lost his stick. Owen Huff steals the puck and carries back in. His shot and a save by Burry. Wozniak for the Eagles. Slides it ahead for Brandon Fever. Fever to Trout. Return pass is behind Fever. Loose puck, Wozniak to the corner. Now a drop pass back to the point for Pagan is past him. That pass was off target. Pagan has to chase it down. He's back into the Beaver zone on left wing, shooting. Blocker save by Ian Champagne. Nice sidestep of a check by the A-Train, Alex. And he's checked down to the ice. Puck is still loose. Shot on net, and there is Alex Elsner knocked down again a couple of times, but he's back up. Save was made by Burry. Nice chance for Elsner a moment ago. Alex Elsner will take the face off from the draw. Donahue shot blocked. Here's Hansen a drive. Kicked out by Burry, and a quick whistle. They blew the whistle even though the puck came free. It was kicked out by a big left skate of Andrew Burry. Face off again in the Watterson zone. Puck stolen away by Donahue. Now it's picked up by Elsner. Backhanding in front. Save made by Burry. Down to 4:23 left in the period. Beavers out shooting the Eagles 12-6. From the face-off, there's Donahue. He wraps it around behind the net. It's played there by Alex Chirac. He clears not out. Cox holds in. His shot is swallowed up again by Burry. Burry, one of the team captains of this Eagle team. And out of the Central Hockey League. Or rather, I beg your pardon, Capital Hockey Conference. From teams from mainly the Columbus area. There is Fever. Pass up ahead is broken up. Now loose puck picked up by Spence. His pass intercepted. Beavers will shoot long into the Eagle zone, volleyed right back out and then dumped back in by Donahue of Beaver Creek. There's Fever. His pass off a stick. Foot race. Trout after it. Here's Trout moving in. And it's looked like a poke check away by the goalie. There's a big check stolen by Trout. Puck stolen by Trout again. And he's then bumped off the puck by Cox. That was kind of a retaliatory hard body check by Cox. There's a puck flipped in front, buried down, and the puck comes free to the far boards. Here's Hansen, a shot, looking for a tip in front, and it's tipped wide. Here's Elsner. Elsner tripped up and goes down. Elsner, is he sitting on the puck? Now it comes free to Hansen. Behind the net, trying to wrap it around. And it's broken up to the corner. So the team's getting a little bit rough out there right now. They're really battling. Puck cleared down the ice, icing on Watterson. Yeah, there's been a lot of wrestling around, some rough play. We just saw a couple of big checks, one by Trout, one by Spence of Watterson, and then Carson Cox came down and laid a big body check on one of the Eagle players, kind of in retaliation, I believe. A lot of wrestling around in front of the Eagle net. There's Cox's shot, blocker pad save by Burry. Here come the Eagles. Here is Logan Stortz. He wraps it around to the near side. Played there by Pagan. He flips it into the corner now for Stortz. Stortz behind the net. He's tied up. Stortz comes away with it. Drop pass, Fever. Shot wide from the left point. Newroth trying to clear it. Held in by Pagan. A shot, and Biagio Pagan's shot is wide. Brandon Fever sends it behind the net to Richards. Now return pass to the point for Stortz. Puck comes free and unable to control it was Newroth. Carried back into the Beaver zone by Stortz. There's Stortz. Drops it back to the point, and it's stolen away. Here comes Chase Newroth with Donahue. Here's Donahue in front. A shot and a save made by Burry. Big save by Andrew Burry on the big rig. Joey Donahue. Nice pass from Newroth. Now a centering pass to Elsner, and he hammers one from right in front of the net wide. Icing whistle down on Watterson. We are down to 1:09 left in the period. It's been a hard-fought first period between these two teams. Watterson coming in ranked 42nd out of 71 teams in the Ohio High School Athletic Association rankings. Beaver Creek ranked a little higher at 33rd out of 71. So both teams kind of in the middle range of state rankings. So we all felt coming in that this would be a pretty evenly matched contest, and it has been at this point. 1-0 in favor of Beaver Creek. Pass at center, Elsner. Over the Eagle line, but puck checked away. Puck still loose, and now cleared to center. After it in the Beaver zone is Hansen, checked by Pagan. Pagan steals the puck away. He tries to center it. It's deflected to netminder Champagne, and Ian will hold on to it. 20 seconds left in the period. It'll be 28 seconds. Face-off, Trout against Elsner. From the face-off, Elsner wins it. It's flipped all the way down the ice after it. Donahue, he gets it. Behind the net, he's got Elsner in front. Shot and a pad save by Burry. Great play by Donahue and a great play by Elsner to set himself up in front. They almost cashed in. Now after it the other way, Wozniak of the Eagles, but that's whistled down on an icing right at the buzzer. Let's see if they drop the puck or if they say that's the end of the period. I believe that's the end of the period. So after one at Kettering Ice Arena, the Beaver Creek Beavers won, and the Columbus Bishop Watterson Eagles 0. Well, again, the scoring in the first period, the Beavers, we have it as Carson Cox with assists from Elsner and Donahue. The scorers table, and they get the goals from the referees. The referees tell them who they believe scored, and the scorers table said Donahue from Elsner and Cox, but the only way that could have happened is if Joey Donahue got a tip on that high shot from Cox, but I don't think at all. I don't think so. Cox shot from the center point, and it was a line drive, kind of waist high or chest high from the center point position near the blue line, and it looked like it sailed in unimpeded into the net. So up here, we're going to unofficially give the goal to Carson Cox. And after this period, when they resurface the ice, I'll try to get a confirmation down below. Sir Lancelot, Lance Champagne says great hustle by both teams tonight. Of course, Sir Lancelot, our videographer, camera operator. Here's Joey Donahue. We're back to live action. Donahue into the Eagle zone on right wing. Back to the left point. Hansen, side of the net. Elsner trying to center it. It's off a stick and tipped back to center by Fever of Bishop Watterson. Again, the Eagles in their burgundy uniforms with gold and white trim. The Beavers in their black uniforms. There's a play the other way. Shot by Trout in the save made by Champagne. From the rebound, here is a shot right on. Puck still loose and coming away with it, Cox. Cox passed behind Elsner back into the Eagle zone. Played by Brandon Fever of the Eagles, and he tried to clear it not out, and there's a shot, I think it was from Joe Martin on goal, and the catch made by Andrew Burry. Shots right now unofficially favoring Beaver Creek 20-9. Beavers lead it on the scoreboard also, a count of 1-0. At center ice, here comes Pagan into the Beaver zone. Shot, stick, save, and Pagan looking for the rebound. And it's covered up by Elsner. Pagan spelled Pagan. Nice to hear from Carla Moore. She says, let's go Creek. From the draw, shot again right on net, and a catch made by Champagne. We will have another face-off in the Beaver zone. This time it's Jake Richards for Watterson against Alex Elsner from the draw. Here is Fever. Poke check to center ice by Huff. Now played by Spence of Watterson. He dumps in the Beaver zone. Beavers try to clear to center ice. Here is Isaac Graham. Drops it off for Neuroth. It's behind him. Huff trying to hold it in. Huff fighting with Spence. Neuroth kicks it behind the net. Puck wrapped around to this near side. There's a shot by J.J. Lehman and a stick save by Burry. Up off of his big paddle stick and over the glass, and we'll have a face-off. Again, the Beavers back in action tomorrow afternoon, 12 noon, against the Elder Panthers. That we plan on carrying that game. We will be emanating from the Northlands rink down north of Cincinnati. There's another shot right in front, and I think that they got a pad on that. That was Burry. Here's Carson Cox into the Eagle zone. His shot right on. It was partially deflected, so he didn't have much on it. Save made by Burry. Go to CB Bar and Grill, located at Commons Boulevard in Beaver Creek, for some great big cheeseburgers, or they even have weekend brunch. So get into CB, cold beer and cheeseburgers on Commons Boulevard. Again, a sponsor this season of Beaver hockey. There's a shot by Hansen, saved by Burry. It pops in and out of his big mitt, as he had to stretch out for that one. 12:39 left in period number 2. Here on senior night for the Beavers. Here's Alex Elsner. Has it stripped away by Brandon Fever. Fever spelled Feaver, as in Beaver. There's a nice check for Beaver Creek by Riley Hansen. And Hansen, that injured shoulder, but he's playing pretty well unimpeded tonight. Nick Bunce puts it behind the Beaver net for Watterson. For teammate Wozniak. Back to Fever from the point. His shot is off a stick high. Loose puck, Elsner. Here comes Elsner, works around a check. And right through the legs of one of the players, he tries to sweep it in front. No goal, but what a move by Elsner. He put the puck between the legs of Alex Chirac. That was a nifty move by the A-Train. My goodness. Chirac thought he had him blocked off, and Alex just slipped it between his legs and kept going. From the draw, Owen Huff trying to get a whack at the puck. And finally a shot is made at the side of the net, and that was by, who is that? Newroth, Chase Newroth, and the save made by Burry. Another face-off, puck banged along the dasher, but not out, held in by Cox. Behind the net, Newroth drops it off along the far wing boards, but it's taken away. Cleared to center. Beavers start back again. Here's Carson Cox. Shot, and a blocker pad save by Burry. It glanced off his big blocker pad. There's a shot by Suda that was wide, as he had a opportune moment right in the slot area, and he got a shot away that was just wide of the near post. Hansen back in. Here comes the Cobra. Shooting! He scores! The Cobra strikes. Riley Hansen, and the Beavers lead it 2-0. And for Riley Hansen, the senior defenseman, goal number 18 of the season. Waiting for an announcement on the goal and get any assists. No, they were started to make the announcement. Josh did, but then. So unassisted goal by Hansen, his 18th of the season. There's a shot right on by the Eagles' Brandon Trout, and the save made by Champagne. From the draw in the Beavers zone, puck shot ahead to Donahue. Here comes the rig across center. Side of the Eagle net, centering for Elsner, but he fanned on a one-timer. Now J.J. Lehman back to center ice for Elsner. Over the Eagle line, try to work in front, and there's a flying check by Brandon Fever. He looked like a football player. He was trying to make a tackle. I mean, he flew, took a running leap at Elsner. From a face-off, there's a shot by Lehman. It's blocked and flipped ahead to Wozniak. Wozniak between two Beavers. Now trying to center it to Fever. He tries to dish it back. I don't know why Fever didn't take a shot. He was in front of the net, but Fever decided to try to return the puck to Wozniak, but he was covered. And the puck was subsequently cleared away. We're going to have a face-off on the far spot just outside the Watterson blue line. Owen Huff against Brandon Trout. Beavers up 2-0. Goals by Carson Cox and Riley Hansen. There's Isaac Graham dumping in the Watterson zone to our right. Pass for Wozniak, up ahead to Trout. Here comes Brandon Trout over the Beaver line. Screen shot, kicked out by Champagne. Rebound still live. Carried down the ice. Here's Owen Huff in the clear. Owen Huff, a backhander. Oh, the save made by Burry. Now a shot in front again. Trying to jam it home was Newroth. And Burry keeps it out. Oh, what a chance. What a move by Owen Huff a moment ago. Oh, on senior night, that would have been awfully nice for Owen to put one in, and he nearly did with a nifty move. Andrew Burry's played well in the net, and obviously Ian Champagne at the other end has as well. Now here is Trout. Carries in past a couple of Beavers behind the net. Circling right in front, he drops it to the point for a shot by Alex Chirac. It's blocked on defense. 6.5 to go in the second period. Puck is cleared away, and that's going to be icing against Beaver Creek. Boy, Owen Huff a moment ago, my goodness. He made a great move in trying to deke out the goalie. He waited until he got a good chance at a backhander. He came in the clear. He had beaten a couple of Watterson players down the ice. He almost scores. There's a shot by the Eagles' Storts that's blocked. Puck still loose in the Beaver zone. Holding it in, Pagan. His shot from the point and the save made by Champagne. Rebound still live. Side of the net. There's a shot by Jake Richards that's wide of the crease. Beavers come back. Elsner trying to cut through the defense. And it's checked away by Pagan. Nice play by Biagio Pagan. As well as Alex Chirac to upset the rush of Alex Elsner. Pagan clears back to center. A puck carried in by Hansen. Hansen, side of the net. Hansen centers. It's off a skate. And carried to center ice by Nick Bunce. B-U-N-C-E of Watterson. There's a shot saved by Champagne. Shot by Jake Richards, a backhander from the left wing circle. Again, our live chat is open. Whether you're a Beaver fan or even if you're a Bishop Watterson fan that might happen to be tuning in, and if you want to send us a message, tell us what player you're rooting for, tell us where you're watching from. From the draw in the Beaver zone. Puck centered right in front. It's picked up and cleared by Carson Cox. There's Brandon Fever for Watterson. Pass over for Pagan. Over the Beaver line, poke checked away was Pagan. Now the puck is shot in by Brandon Fever from the neutral zone. Back for the Beavers is Cox. For Lehman. Trying to move it up ahead for teammate Huff. Behind the back pass intercepted by McConnell. McConnell will dump it in the Beaver zone. Down to 6.5 to go in the period. Here is J.J. Lehman. He'll slide it back to neutral ice. Picking it up now is Mike Wozniak. Into the Beaver zone. Wozniak, drop pass Fever. Fires, save. Rebound cleared away by Jake Suda. Icing waved off as Fever plays it for the Eagles. His clearing shot is deflected back behind the net. Pagan tries to wrap it around up over out of the zone, but it flips up over the glass. And we will have a face-off. And the Beavers coming in defending an undefeated mark at 12-0-1 on the season. The Eagles come in at 5-12-0. They play in the Capital Hockey Conference. There's a shot, pad save. You could hear it all the way up here. The puck banging off the leg pad of Bury, and then it's cleared all the way down by the Eagles. That'll be an icing. Again, all of our seniors, Austin Drawn, who's not here tonight, Kellen King, who's not here tonight, but Jake Suda, Riley Hansen, Owen Huff, Joe Martin, Carson Cox, Joey Donahue, and team managers Avi Shivelbein and Riley Green. There's a shot from the draw, wide of the Eagle net. And here comes Brandon Trout into the Beaver zone, sidestep to the check, save on a backhander by Champagne. He swats it away with a big mitt to rob Brandon Trout, who thought he had picked that upper far corner of the Beaver net. There's a shot, blocked on defense. Poke check away, held in. Another shot by Stortz of Watterson is wide. Eagles putting on pressure. Here's Pagan in the far corner. Bumped off the puck by Cox. Cox and Pagan fight for it. It comes free to Stortz. His centering pass is broken up, and here comes the big rig. Joey Donahue through a defender, but the puck swept away by the netminder Bury. Donahue shoots it toward the net, but it's wide. Puck cleared down the ice. Icing is going to be waved off on this play. J.J. Lehman picks it up. Lehman across neutral ice into the Eagle zone. Drop pass Elsner, shot, and that's well wide. Puck held in by Cox, but then stolen by Pagan. Pagan then stripped around from behind by Lehman. Lehman behind the net, looking to make a play, as now he's being body checked by Fever into the end boards. Loose puck now, Elsner picks it up. Trying to flip it in front, and stolen by Fever. He can't clear it, however. Now he does clear it down the ice. Picked up by Trout. Gonna get past Cox, but unable to, and then a shot high and wide off the stick of Stortz. And the puck comes free to center ice. Chipped away by Elsner. Elsner trying to get around a couple of defenders, moving in for a backhander. Puck loose, and it doesn't quite go in. It was loose in the crease and then cleared away. Big chance by the A-Train. He's back again, and this time Brandon Trout says, you're not going to get through us this time, but now Elsner's got it again. And then a shot by Newroth on a rebound. Beavers putting on some pressure. Here's Elsner, top of the slot, cutting right in. Shot, he scores! The A-Train will not be denied. He kept trying and trying and trying over the last several minutes, and then finally able to stuff it in behind Bury. And for Alex Elsner, his team-leading 22nd goal of the season. Bury thought he had it covered at the side of the net, but Alex able to get it in. That's an unassisted goal as well. And again, a team-leading 22nd goal of the season for Alex Elsner. Here's Riley Hansen, puck poked off of his stick by Chirac. Long passage center to Trout over the Beaver line. Here's Trout, shot wide of the Beaver net. Brandon Trout, he's been putting a lot of pressure on the Beaver net. Here's Trout again, top of the slot. Trying to get a shot away, and he scores! And we'll see if we get a tip on it for Watterson. Trout took the shot, but I believe Spence got the goal. And the Eagles are on the board. I believe it's Grayson Spence on a tip. The shot was made by Trout. Again, we don't have any stats for the Eagles, so we don't know. There is Grayson Spence, and he is very excited about it. He come back to the center ice circle, flexing his muscles, and hey, I got it, man. So 3-1 now for the Beavers. So that is the official goal, Spence from Trout. Trout had been putting a lot of pressure on the Beaver net, and he put a shot on, and it was tipped by Spence. Now here's Elsner trying to get through 3 defenders, and finally has the puck tipped off of his stick, and here comes Pagan. Biagio Pagan into the Beaver zone, trying to fight off Cox. Cox bumps him off the puck, and then Martin had it. Martin bumped off the puck. It comes loose to Hansen. Here is Riley Hansen working through center over the Watterson line. Hansen checked into the corner boards. Wrestled in there by Storks, but still has it. A tip in front, and they blew the whistle. Okay, the goal was off. Okay. Calm down, Kent. The puck was sitting right there to be tipped in, and they blow the whistle. I'm like, hey, come on. And the net had come loose, so. Face off then in the Watterson zone, held in by Lehman momentarily, but then cleared out. Cox plays it at center, but out it's volleyed back into the Beaver zone. 3-1, Beaver Creek in the black uniforms has the lead over Columbus Bishop Watterson. Here comes Alex Elsner trying to work in front. Nice poke check away by Brandon Fever. Now here's the Donahue shot is wide. Joey Donahue, the puck came to him after deflecting off of the stick of one of the Eagle players. And Joey Donahue almost able to put in a wrist shot. Now the puck flipped over the boards to the Eagle bench, and we'll have a face-off. We're down to there's 38 seconds left in the period. Foot race down the ice. Donahue after it with Pagan. It comes to Huff. Here's Owen Huff for Donahue. Donahue chases it down behind the net. Now for Huff, centering, but right to the goalkeeper, Burry, and he'll cover it up. There will be a face-off with just 20 seconds left in the period. From the draw, shot right on, gloved by Burry. That shot by J.J. Lehman. Or check that. That was by, what was that by? No, it was, yeah, by Lehman or Hansen. I couldn't make it out. Another face-off in the Eagle zone. There's Elsner from the draw, shot and save, and the rebound is cleared away. After it, Cox and Wozniak as they wrestle for it behind the Beaver net. Cox checked into the boards by Wozniak at the buzzer, and after 2 periods of play at Kettering Ice Arena, it's Beaver Creek 3 and Bishop Watterson 1. So, folks, we're going to step aside. We have Senior Spotlight, and this Senior Spotlight is going to feature Carson Cox. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is Carson Cox on Senior Spotlight. Back on Senior Spotlight, and in this edition, we've got the Secretary of Defense, Carson Cox. Carson, leading defenseman on the Beavers, now in his fourth year. Carson, thanks for joining us tonight on Senior Spotlight. And first of all, like we like to do with all the fellows, tell me a little bit about yourself. What are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do when you're not playing hockey?
Oh, well, so obviously, like Ken said, I'm a senior at Beaver Creek. I've been playing hockey for, I think this is my 11th season. Just some stuff I like to do in my free time. I don't really have a whole lot of free time. I usually keep myself pretty busy with work and school and hockey and all that kind of stuff. But when I do have free time, I usually just like to be outside, be active, spend time with my family and friends.
What kind of work are you doing right now?
I work as a lifeguard, so it's really just a summer job. But sometimes I used to work at an ice cream shop over the winter, so that kept me pretty busy.
Now, how long have you been a lifeguard?
Last year was actually my first year, so new experience and really liked it, and coming back next year.
So you're a pretty good swimmer?
Good enough. We'll say that.
How long have you been playing hockey for? You say about 11 years, you say?
Yeah, that's right. This is my 11th season. Yep.
Now, what got the Cox boys, you and your brother, into playing hockey? Did your dad play, or did anybody in your family in the past play?
No, so my dad actually played baseball. It was my cousin who originally got into hockey, and he just kind of introduced us to it and taught us how to skate, and it just went from there, and we just loved it.
Have you always played defense?
Yeah, I played defense, I think, through all 11 years.
Now, tell us, what type of college plans do you have after you graduate?
So right now I plan on attending Ohio State University for engineering, but that is subject to change, so I'm not really 100% sure, but that's pretty sure where I'm going.
Now, would you look at trying to play any hockey up there, even like club hockey up there?
Oh, yeah, I would consider playing club. I mean, obviously it's really competitive down at Ohio State. They got a great program. But I think it'd be a good opportunity to go out and skate for them.
And we were talking to a couple of your former teammates, Benny Duford the other day, and Thomas Bush. Thomas is out in Arizona, but Ben is going to go to Ohio State, but he's going to go to Sinclair, and they're thinking about kicking up a club team next year. Is that something you might think about? Maybe doing that first 2 years at Sinclair and playing there?
I'm not really sure. I mean, I've considered it, but I think the path directly to Ohio State is more suited for me.
Now, tell us a little bit about, have you been in Beaver Creek your whole life?
Yeah, I grew up here, born and raised. All my whole life.
What when you get out of college and you're thinking about doing engineering, what type of there's a lot of different types of engineering. Do you have a specific path that you'd want to go in engineering?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I have a few ideas of where I want to go. I mean, I looked at environmental, aeronautical, even chemical, mechanical, just all kinds of stuff. It's really broad, so I have a lot of exploring to do still.
Well, in your Beaver Creek High School time, have you had any favorite subjects that you've enjoyed the most in school?
I do. I mean, I know a lot of people hate it, but math is one of my stronger suits. Science too, obviously, whether it be biology, chemistry, physics. I enjoy all those classes.
Now, as a defenseman, is there anybody you've looked up to in the past, even like in the pros? Any defenseman that you kind of admire or you kind of like to watch play?
Particularly PK Subban. I've grown up watching him, and Zdeno Chara. I think they're both great defensemen. I'd really admire Chara's slap shot. It's really something to watch. Really powerful, but those are probably the two main people that I looked up to playing.
Chara's a monster. I mean, he's like a what is he, like 6'9" or something like that?
Yeah, he's really tall. I don't know how tall he is, but
But I think he just retired. I think my team, the St. Louis Blues, were thinking about trying to get him this season, but they didn't. Well, I tell you what, we appreciate you joining us on the Senior Spotlight, and it's been great to watch you through the years. Certainly say hello to Braden, your brother. It's been great watching both you guys all your time here at Beaver Creek High, and best of luck in the future. And like I say to all the guys, after you get done next season, make sure you come back and say hello to us.
I will do. Thank you for having me.
Carson Cox, the Secretary of Defense, on this edition of Senior Spotlight. So that was Carson Cox on our Senior Spotlight, and now we have a special presentation here on Senior Night put together by our producer Cherie Champagne about pictures of all the senior players. It's a slideshow. So here's a slideshow of our seniors. So thanks to Cherie for putting that a nice presentation together for Senior Night. And again, we salute all of our seniors. We'll give a roll call of them at the end of the game as well. But it's nice to have the seniors. Nice to have Riley Hansen playing. We thought after he injured his shoulder the other night that he might be out for a while, maybe. May have done some damage to his shoulder, but he's playing very well. He scored one of the goals. Let's run down the scoring right now. After one period, again, there's that first goal is up in the air. I called it for Carson Cox. I mean, the shot from down here looked like kind of a line drive that was kind of stomach or chest high that kind of sailed up straight into the net from Carson's stick, but the officials gave the credit on the goal to Joey Donahue. I spoke to Josh Cox, our public address announcer, between periods here, and he said that the officials discussed it. So they gave it to Joey Donahue, number 22, so they felt like he got a tip on it. The initial shot was by Cox, but they felt like Donahue got the tip. And the only way that we'll have that resolved is simply to ask after the game, ask Joey if he got a tip on it, and I'm sure he would be able to tell us. But at this point, so the credit on the goal is given to Joey Donahue. For Joey, that is his 16th of the season, And the assists then were to Elsner and Cox. And after one, it was 1-0 Beavers. And the second period, Riley Hansen with a really exciting move to get an unassisted goal. And for the Cobra, that was his 18th of the season. And then Alex Elsner, great individual effort down here at this end, where he had been trying several times to put rushes on toward the net and kept getting checked off the puck or getting broken up. But then with a lot of hustle, he got kind of a greasy goal, a dirty goal at this end, where he was able to just wrestle around right to the side of the net and stuff the puck in. Burry, the netminder, was down and looked like he had the area covered, but Elsner was able to stuff that puck in under his pads and make it 3-0 Beavers. And then the goal for Watterson was scored by Grayson Spence near the end of the period. Grayson with an assist from Brandon Trout. Brandon Trout brought the puck down here. And Brandon Trout's played a very good game. He's been very aggressive with the puck all evening long. And he made several attempts toward the net and took a shot here holding the puck in and getting a shot off. And Grayson Spence got a tip on it. Grayson was very excited about it. He came back to the center ice circle after the goal, flexing his muscles, saying, "Hey, I got it." And of course, we don't have any stats for Watterson, so we don't know. Maybe that's Grayson Spence's first goal. It might be the first goal of his career, so maybe that's why he was so excited about it. But congratulations to him getting that goal. And the lone assist went to Trout on that play. And so that's where we have it 3-1 in favor of the Beavers after 2 periods of play. Shots on goal unofficially almost doubling up. The Beavers almost doubling up Watterson 37-20 unofficially. So the Beavers putting a lot of pressure on Andrew Burry, the Watterson goalie. Ian Champagne has played exceptionally well for the Beavers, stopping 19 out of 20 shots. And Burry so far stopping 34 out of 37.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a call in the parking lot in left of lights on. License plate number HFH2304. HFH2304, your lights on.
Oh, lights, somebody's lights are on? Oh, okay. With the Zamboni back in the garage now, and the refs are getting ready to get the goals back in place. It gives us a chance to mention a couple more sponsors of senior night. Let me get on our program, see if we can, some of our sponsors of the program. If I can turn these pages. There we go. Get to mention a couple more sponsors of our program tonight for senior night. The UPS store, under new ownership, Nathan and Steve Stuckey at 3195 Dayton Xenia Road, Suite 900 in Beaver Creek. That's, I think, in the old Kroger Shopping Center. Shipping, mailboxes, packing, services, copying and finishing, packaging and moving supplies, office supplies, faxing, notary services as well.
Just so you know, he's taking the camera back
Oh,
to the team.
okay. So the UPS store.
I can have your attention. If you want medication, some medication has been transferred to the Kettering.
And we'd like to also mention Remax Realty, Remax Victory Affiliates. Our logo may have changed over the years, but our purpose still remains you. Call on someone who's compassionate and cares about helping you sell or buy your home. That's Don Fodor, a realtor from RE/MAX. He served his country in the military. Now he's serving his clients and communities. A U.S. Veteran, Beaver Creek athletic booster, hospice board member, Dayton Antioch Shriner, and Shriners Children's Hospital supporter. Don Fodor, F-O-D-O-R, from RE/MAX Realty. We appreciate Don Fodor sponsoring our program tonight, one of our sponsors of our Beaver Creek High Senior Night program for this evening. The teams are back on the ice. Again, Watterson in the burgundy and gold, the Beavers in all black. The officials are Lee McClure and Ernie DiMuccio. My name is Kent Jacobs, here with engineer, producer Sherry Champagne and camera operator Sir Lancelot. And we are back in action. The Beavers leading it 3-1. Here is Riley Hansen trying to get around Pagan. Hansen trying to fight Pagan off. Pagan trying to tip it away. And Donahue prevents Pagan from getting a breakout the other way. Nice check by Joey Donahue. There is Elsner trying to get around Pagan. Puck poke checked away by the Eagles. Here's Joe Martin. Pass to Elsner in front. Backhander save. Rebound still loose. And they score! Boy, that's that tenacious activity in front of the net that I like to see. Rebounds, those dirty, greasy goals, I like to see him. And I believe that's Joey Donahue. And if it is Joey, this will be his second of the game. But nice effort by Hansen and Elsner again to get the puck in front. Martin part of that as well. We'll see who all gets the assists.
Joey Donahue, assisted by number 17, Jim Martin, and number 15, Alex Elsner.
So it was Martin and Elsner on the assists. 4-1 now, Beavers. Now puck in front again. Now here's Hansen circling back to the right point. Stripped away, and here comes Brandon Trout. Trout being checked by Cox. His shot is wide, and what hustle by Carson Cox. Brandon Trout looked like he was free and clear toward the Beaver net, and Cox races down the ice. Now he gets a shot away, and a save made by Burry. But a goal-saving play by Carson Cox. And Trout tipped the puck, and he had a clear breakout, and Cox races down the ice to break that up. Beavers now up 4-1. Behind his own net is Burry. Sets it up for Pagan. Diageo Pagan. Pass up ahead for his teammate McConnell. Gets past him down the ice for icing. Got a message from Winona Champagne. Great job with the senior interviews and senior slideshow. Great game so far. It is, Winona. I agree with you. The players look even faster on the ice tonight and more shots on goal. Thanks, Winona. There's a shot. That's blocked. Elsner, shot, save, rebound. Fever tips to center. Picking it up now is Storts. Or check that, Bunce. Bunce poke checked away. There's a shot, pad save by Champagne. Loose puck, Hansen. Pass up ahead. Here's Elsner moving in. Pulls the trigger. Save made by Burry. So Alex Elsner trying to cash in. He scored once tonight, and Andrew Burry able to get his big leg pads down on the ice and smother the puck and rob Alex Elsner on a breakaway. Here's Donahue centering for Elsner, and he fans on a tip. He was right in front of the crease, and he was there, and if the puck would have hit his stick blade, he would have tipped it in. Now here is Hansen. He'll chuck the puck in behind the Eagle net. Pagan and Elsner fight for it. It kicks free to Richards. Jake Richards of Bishop Watterson. Pass at center is off the stick of Hansen. Riley after it. He beats Bunce to the puck. Gets around Big Nick Bunce, number 10. Boy, he's a big boy out there. Here is Elsner. Elsner trying to tip it away. Here is the A-Train. A shot! He scores! Alex Elsner again with that great stick work. He's a magician with that stick. As he slides it between a couple of defenders and moves in. And a quick wrist shot under the pads of Bury, and the Beavers now lead it 5-1. And for Elsner, his 23rd goal of the season. Here comes Brandon Trout, and a nice check by Hansen. Puck kicks off his.
Assisted number 9, Riley Hansen.
Hansen gets the assist. Here's Newroth trying to get a shot on. Here comes Pagan the other way. Biagio Pagan over the Beaver net. Drop pass to nobody. But now it's stolen back away by Trout, and a shot. And he scores. That's Brandon Trout. I wasn't sure if the puck went in. I didn't see the Watterson players reacting, and so, but I believe it's Trout on the goal, so it's now a 5-2 game, and the Eagles trying to get back in it. So I believe it's Trout, and here comes Trout again.
Eagle goal number 17, Brandon Trout.
No assist given, so I believe it's unassisted by Trout. So Brandon Trout has 2 points tonight. He's assisted on one goal and scored the other. Carla Moore says, way to go, Alex Elsner. Grandma's proud. Boy, the A-Train, he's putting on a show tonight. There's a shot, blocked on defense and cleared away. Here's Lehman. He's able to beat Wozniak to it. Here's Joey Donahue. It's off of his skate. Joey picks it back up. Here comes the Diesel. Winds up, fakes a shot. Right wing circle. Now behind the net. Donahue back for Lehman. And has it broken up. Lehman now gets a shot off, but that's blocked. Beavers hold it in. Elsner. Wrist shot, and sliding to break that up was Fever. Right as Elsner was trying to pull the trigger on a wrist shot, Fever slid like a baseball slide right in front of him to break him up. Here's a shot the other way, and the save made by Champagne. Ian will cover it up with Brandon Fever after the rebound. 9:42 to go in the third and final period. The Beavers up 5-2. Again, we've got Donahue with 2 goals. Again, that first goal we still were going to ask about after the game, whether it was Carson Cox or Donahue. Hansen and Elsner with 2. And we've got Spence and Trout scoring. There's a shot, save made by Champagne. He'll cover it. Spence and Trout scoring for Bishop Watterson. Here's Jake Richards taking the face-off against Owen Huff. Owen wins the draw. Here is Lehman. Pass for Suda intercepted by Stortz. He drops it off to Richards, pulls the trigger, save made by Champagne. Richards, a nice wrist shot, but right into the breadbasket of the Beaver Creek goalkeeper. On the ice now for Watterson, we've got Fever, we got Chirac, we've got Stortz, and we've got Richards, and we've got McConnell. Beavers on the ice, we got Cox, Martin, Elsner, Lehman, Donahue. Here is the A train. Alex Elsner over the Eagle line, 2-on-2. He collides with several players, but still has it behind the net. Now he's being checked by Chirac. Elsner still has it, trying to work through the defenders. Centers Donahue, a shot. Save. And the rebound now kicks free to Stortz, and Stortz will clear the puck away. Boy, Joey Donahue in front of the net couldn't quite get the... There's a big body check on Stortz. And there's a big hit by Joe Martin. And Martin's going to go off, but I'll tell you what. That was called for. That was called for. That's a Joe Martin penalty, but Joe Martin did that in retaliation for the big body check. I think that was Chirac that put on one of the Beaver players a moment ago, and I think Joe made that big hit in retaliation. So I think that's a good penalty in my view by Joe Martin. It's called interference because he knocked the player down without that player having the puck, but it was clearly an intentional, like I say, a retaliatory hit in my view. There's icing against Watterson. We'll have a face-off the other way. 8 minutes to go. Power play for the Eagles. They are going to try to score. If they do, they'll kind of be back in this game. Here's Brandon Trout against Owen Huff. From the face-off, it's played by Brandon Fever. Fever trying to get around Newroth, and it comes in on net, and with Fever cutting in, Champagne able to cover it. Beavers very well on the penalty kill. They're killing 80% of opponent power plays at this point of the season. Fever dumps it behind the Beaver net for Trout. Centers, and Richards had it, but it's stripped away by Hansen. But then poke checked away by Wozniak before Hansen could try to break out with it short-handed. Team captain Fever. Pass at center, or team co-captain, I should say, for the Eagles. Cleared away by Elsner. Here another rush on the power play. Come the Eagles. Nice poke check away by Donahue. Now here's Trout. Trout poke check, but he gets it back. Trout looking to do something with the puck. He's being shadowed by Cox. Pass in front, off a skate, and cleared away the length of the ice by Donahue. Now here's Elsner almost catching Burry out of the net, but Burry able to make a blocker pad save on that play by Elsner. Here's Trout almost giving it away to the A train. Riley Hansen after the loose puck. Penalty killed off. Again, Beavers an excellent penalty kill this season so far. Here is Elsner over the line, but offside as teammate Donahue was in ahead of the puck. And we'll have a face-off. Shots unofficially favoring Beaver Creek 47-29. Beavers up 5-2 there in the all black. The Watterson Eagles in their burgundy with the gold trim and white trim. Logan Storts pass ahead to Trout. Over the Beaver line, Trout stops. Rink-wide pass for Chirac. Chirac checked. Chirac trying to chase the puck down. He moves it ahead back into the Beaver zone, taken for Beaver Creek by J.J. Lehman. Lehman over the Eagle line, bumped off the puck there by big Brandon Fever. Puck chipped into the near corner of the Watterson zone. Owen Huff fighting for it. And it kicks free now to Fever. Pass up ahead is cleared down the ice, and no icing as it tipped off a player's stick in the neutral zone. It's now played by Fever, or rather Lehman. Lehman hammered by big Chirac. And here is Nick Bunce. Nick Bunce, he's the big body out there. Loose puck now in the far corner of the Beaver Creek zone. Trying to move in. Trout is shot and is high and wide to the Beaver net. Nice effort by Brandon Trout, number 17. I mean, he's trying to work in front again and has it poke checked off his stick as he cut right in front of the Beaver net. Now here is Brandon Fever at center. Pass over to Trout. Over the Beaver line. Trout, shot, save, rebound, save. As Brandon Fever trying to stuff in the rebound off the Trout shot. Dayton's Original Pizza Factory, located at 1101 Wayne Avenue with our pal Bill Daniels. Going there for some award-winning pizza. 1101 Wayne Avenue, Dayton's Original Pizza Factory. If you live in East Dayton and you're hungry for pizza, call them up tonight. Get an award-winning pizza. Bill and his pizza has won several big regional pizza contest awards over the years. Here's Joey Donahue into the Eagle zone. Trying to center the puck. It's off of the stick of Jake Richards. Clears not out. Held in by Cox. His shot blocked. Puck chipped down the ice. After it, Riley Hansen and Carson Cox and Jake Richards. He's checked down to the ice. Beavers up 5-2. Joe Martin trying to move it away the other way, and we've got a whistle as now we're going to have a penalty. I think it's on, I think Joe Martin. Joe's asking what he did. That's a slashing minor on Joe Martin, so Joe's second penalty of the period. As he moved in, what he tried to do was he was chasing after the puck that was coasting in right on the Watterson net. And he took a chop at the puck and he made contact with, I think, the goalie, and they called that a slash. Here's Brandon Fever. This is really the last chance for Watterson to try to get back in the game. They trail by 3 goals. And they were unsuccessful on their last power play a few minutes ago. And if they want to get back in the game, they need to get on the board here. And now a puck stolen by Hansen. Centers for Donahue. He had an open net, but the pass just too far in front of him, and he couldn't get a tip on that. He tried to get a one-time tip on that pass from Hansen, and boy, that was easy pickings. Had the Diesel just gotten his stick on it, but the pass whistled past him a little too early, and so Joey couldn't quite get his stick blade on it. Now here's Owen Huff stealing the puck away at center. And couldn't keep it, though. It comes over to Storts. Storts carries in the Beaver zone, number 20, Logan Storts. Back to the point for Wozniak. Poke checked away. Oh, if Elsner could have stolen it, he had wide open ice in front of him. Here's Fever. Drop pass. Storts. Shot. Blocked in front. Storts again. Nice poke check away by Elsner, or Huff rather. There's a shot. Pad save. Champagne off the stick of Brandon Trout. Puck cleared, not out. Trout trying to move inside of the net. A shot. A save made by Champagne. What a great individual effort by Brandon Trout tonight. Loose puck at center. Beavers now have killed off this second penalty of the period and hold on to a 5-2 lead. Here's a drop pass for Richards. His shot. And I think Champagne got a hit off of him, I believe. Pass at center for Donahue off of his stick. Eagles controlling their own end. Pass goes all the way through Brandon Fever for icing down the length of the ice. We're under a minute left in the contest. Face off in the Watterson zone. Cleared, not out, held in by Elsner. Elsner circles, checked off the puck and cleared away. Checked by Fever. Puck cleared out. Here comes Alex Elsner over the line. Elsner behind the net. Elsner, half a minute to go. And trying to get a whack at the puck was Elsner. He fanned on it. Puck centered again, and Burry, the netminder, sweeps it behind the net. Puck centered again, a shot. Hansen save, rebound. Puck still loose, and they score! Tenacious offense by the Beaver Creek Battling Beavers. They are pelting the goaltender, Andrew Burry. He's down on the ice. I think it was the A-train, Elsner. And that would be one of those dirty goals around the net. Swarming the net where the Beavers, Burry was down flat on his side and trying to desperately to keep the puck out, but Elsner, I believe, puts it in. We'll get the announcement on the goal. Who did he say about the assist? Chase Newroth, the assist. As the buzzer sounds the end of the contest, it was Alex Elsner on the goal. And for Alex, his 24th of the season. As the teams congratulate each other at center ice. So what a game for the Beaver Creek Beavers as they continue their quest for a perfect season at this point. Now, at least an undefeated season. As coaches Jay Graham of Watterson and Greg Gutterman of the Beavers congratulate each other at center ice. The players now going up to the stands at the other end. They were talking to some of the fellow students who were hanging on the glass across the way. The Beavers move their record to 13 wins, no losses, 1 tie. Watterson now at 5-13. As Coach Graham of the Eagles talks with referee Lee McClure and Ernie DiMuccio. And we should be getting a player of the game at some point.
They may be getting them with their senior picture first, and then he'll put it on you.
So they're going to get a picture at center ice. Again, it's senior night. And again, a roll call of all our seniors. Austin Drawn and Kellen King are not here this evening. I think Austin was ill. But those two, and then our other seniors, Jake Suda, Riley Hansen, Owen Huff, Joe Martin, Carson Cox, and Joey Donahue. And then team managers, Abby Shivelbein and Riley Green. Again, those are all the seniors for this season. And you see them lined up for a picture at center ice, and a lot of fans hanging out, still hanging on the glass. Great game for the seniors tonight. Coach Gutterman had been looking to try to play this Bishop Watterson team. He felt like it would be a good matchup for the Beavers, and it turned out to be. Yeah. So we'll see who they want to talk to. And we'll have a player of the game segment coming up in just a moment. I'm going to try to find out about that first goal, too. I'm going to find out. Winning goaltender Ian Champagne on the game. Ian goes to 9-0-1 on the season. The losing goaltender Andrew Burry in a good effort. Okay. The shots unofficially 51-34 favoring Beaver Creek. So Beaver Creek unofficially out shooting Watterson 51-34 for the game. So we are going to, are they ready down there?
I think he went in the locker room.
Okay.
They're calling him, but I don't know if the coach is going to talk to him first or what.
Okay. So that'll give us a chance to, we'll go over the scoring, and then we'll see, we'll try to get somebody out here to chat for player of the game. So going over the scoring real quick. Again, that first period, we'll try to get a real confirmation on the goal, but it was credited to Joey Donahue on a shot by Carson Cox. So the referees felt like Joey got a tip on it. And
You want to talk to him first? Is that it? Okay, that's fine. We're ready anytime.
we're checking, Lance is checking to see when we want to do our player of the game.
They'll let him out as soon as you're down there. So when you get down there, you knock on the door, say we're ready for
Okay.
him.
Okay. All right, so let's do that now. So we'll go over the scoring when I come back up. So we've got our fancy player of the game graphic, Madam Producer. And what is Eskimo? Is she's going to hang out for the duration, or is she heading out? Eskimo Dixie, our production assistant. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're ready for player of the game? Okay. So stand by, folks. I'm going to head on downstairs, and we'll talk to, I believe we're going to talk to Owen Huff tonight. So stand by for player of the game, folks. Stand by, folks. We're still waiting for the player of the game to come out. So stand by. This is good. Okay, we're here on our player of the game, and it's Owen Huff, and we're pleased to bring Owen Huff out with us tonight, one of our seniors on senior night. Owen, a great game this evening. Owen, appreciate you were awarded the hard hat tonight in the locker room. What did Coach Gutterman have to say to you guys?
To keep it short and sweet, he basically was just saying that he was really proud of all our effort, and especially for all the underclassmen putting in the hard work and effort like they did, back checking, everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone played a pretty good game today, in my opinion, I think, and in his opinion too.
Yeah, you guys were really fighting hard. The Watterson team, they had several players that were really coming after as well, but you guys were really fighting hard. It was a great game. This Watterson team, were they pretty much what you expected as far as their skill level, or did you guys know too much about them coming in?
Personally, I mean, they were pretty much what I expected them to play like. I mean, they're a good team. There's no denying that, and it was fun playing against them. And yeah, they're pretty much what I expected.
Now, taking a look at your season so far, I think you've really made great strides over these last few years. Of course, you lost the season with the illness and really fought back from that. And I think your playing level's really grown leaps and bounds over the years. How do you feel about your game at this point in your senior season?
So far, I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good. Obviously, there's still mistakes here and there that I'm realizing where I could have done better, like decision making or things like that. Mm-hmm. When I attack and when I shouldn't attack. But I think this year, I'm pretty pleased with myself overall, especially with missing a year my sophomore year, which I feel really put me behind. But I put in a lot of work over the summer, and I'm pleased with myself right now. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to get better for the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Now, I notice that it seems like you're taking more face-offs lately. Is that something you enjoy? Is that something you've been working at, taking face-offs?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I need to practice a little bit more at it because I haven't really done it before this year that much. But it'll come to me as the season goes on, as we practice it more and everything else. So.
What are some of the key things you have to do to be a good face-off man?
Fast reaction time and just get the puck quick. It depends on what play you're doing on the face-off, so whether you're tying it up or if you're trying to hit it back, but the main thing is just being fast with it and obviously getting it before the other center does.
Now, as we come now into, we're going to delve more into conference play, league play in a Swashel, and we've got a game against Elder tomorrow. How the league is shaping up. I know Alters had some players through attrition, through graduation leave. Troy's gotten better. How do you assess the Swashel race coming up?
I think we have a really good shot at taking the championship. Ultra's still a strong team as they always are, and they're still a rival, and we still have to come out on and play the hardest we can to come out on top. And it's the same way with Troy. Troy's doing a lot better this year, and it's nice because it gives us another team to have competition against. And we still have to, like I said, we still have to play our hardest to come out on top. But I think we have a really good shot if we keep playing like this throughout the rest of the season and then into the tournament.
Now, what are your plans after? I know I asked you in the senior spotlight, and the team, some of the folks out there saw that. But what are your plans as a senior now after graduation? Are you going to go to college?
I'm planning on going to the Navy.
Oh, good. That's great. I was a Navy reservist years ago, long before you were born. But so that sounds good. So okay, we'll let you go because you guys have a short night. You got an early noon game tomorrow. So again, congratulations to Owen Huff, our player of the game, and one of our seniors on senior night. Congratulations, Owen, on a great game.
Yeah, thank you, Kent.
Thanks a lot. Owen Huff, our player of the game. And stand by. I'm going to come back up for a wrap-up of the game, and we'll have our 3 stars coming up in just a few minutes. Okay, folks. So it was nice to speak to Owen Huff, our player of the game. We appreciate him joining us. And I popped in the locker room just real quick to ask the fellas if Joey felt like he got a tip on that first goal, and they said he did. So the goal is for Donahue. So in that very first goal. So recapping the scoring real quick. First period, it was Donahue on a tip of a shot by Carson Cox. Carson and Alex Elsner got the assists on it. In the second period, Riley Hansen unassisted, Alex Elsner unassisted to make it 3-0. And then Grayson Spence scored, assisted from Brandon Trout, and that made it 3-1 after 2. And in the third period, Joey Donahue got his second of the game. For Joey, his 16th of the season, assisted by Joe Martin and Alex Elsner. And then Alex Elsner scored the last 2 goals of the game for the Beavers. For Alex, his 23rd and 24th of the season. His first goal assisted by Hansen, his second goal assisted by Chase Newroth. And then it was the last goal of the game scored by Watterson. Brandon Trout scored unassisted, and that's how it wound up. Final score in this game of 6-2 in favor of the Beaver Creek Beavers. And again, shots unofficially favoring Beaver Creek 51-34. And let's check. Let's look at 3 stars on this game. Let's see. Let's give the number 3 star. Let's give that to Ian Champagne. Ian stopping 32 of 34 shots tonight. The number 2 star, and that's going to go to, let's give that to Joey Donahue. Joey got 2 goals tonight, and the number 1 star of the game with a hat trick tonight, the A-Train, Alex Elsner. Alex got a hat trick on that scoring late at the end of the 3rd period. And so for Alex, the 3 goals tonight give him unofficially 24 on the season. So again, the 3rd star, Ian Champagne. The 2nd star, Joey Donahue. Alex Elsner, the number 1 star. I'm going to give the hard hat to Brandon Trout of the Watterson Eagles. Calling his name out all night long. He had a goal and an assist tonight for the Eagles, so we'll give Brandon Trout the hard hat tonight. So that'll wrap things up. Again, we all have a short night. We're down tomorrow at lunchtime, 12 noon, against the Elder Panthers tomorrow down at Northlands. So we plan on bringing that to you right here and around noon. So until then, for our production assistant, Eskimo Dixie, who flew the coop.
She's also the Uber driver for the other kids.
Oh, is she? Okay. Eskimo Dixie flew the coop. So, and for our camera operator, Sir Lancelot, and for our producer engineer, Cherie, this is Kent Jacobs again. Final score, the Beavers of Beaver Creek 6 and the Eagles of Bishop Watterson 2. Until tomorrow afternoon, good night, everybody, from Kettering Ice Arena.